Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna be checking out a war recap video. I changed my name to Zools, which is easier to pronounce. But yeah, we're back, and we got a war versus We Are Spartans, and we got the victory, won by 1 star, and it was because a number of things. That being the 10v11 rate. WAS struggled 10v11, and we got real lucky on our last 2 hits, converting them, going 3 for 11, and we had a 10v11. So jumping into the first raid here, it's actually my raid, and this was fresh. This was my first hit of the war. I saw this base, and I said, I think dragons can do really well. It's a symmetrical base, 100%, pretty much 100% symmetrical on both sides. So if you cut it down the middle, left and right sides are the same. And I just pushed the town hall here using, I think I had 10 dragons, 10 or 11 dragons, maybe 8, 9, or 10 loons. Then I had a CC dragon, so total 11 dragons. And then I just hit them with rages. I froze both sweepers and infernos, and I missed the CC, but I did the big dragon push for the town hall, and then I dropped my heroes. There was no real use for the heroes for funneling or whatever. They would have chipped away a few buildings, so I liked this idea of using the dragons to get some inside bases, these inside defenses, allowing my heroes to live a little longer. And as you can see, the queen actually gets some second layer of defenses through that wall, so I ended up with a 54% fresh 2 star, so that was really cool, and I was really happy about that. And I think I saw that first couple hours of war. I was like, hitting this. I'm very confident in this. And then here's Jay coming in with this, with the Beans plan. Shout out to Beans. He saw this base. Oh, he didn't get the black mine. But Beans saw his base, and he hit this, and boy, did he come close. Beans had, I think it was like a 49% 1 star, so relatively quick clean here. Starts off with a big queen walk using 5 healers. I'm sorry, 4 healers, and then there's a giant bowler funnel, big giant bowler funnel, king bowler funnel, sets the edge, and then these dragons are just straight beeline to the core, straight beeline to the town hall. He brings the free spell to negate that sweeper, which I think was the reason Beans failed earlier. I think he had extra rages, so I think the big switch here was 1 freeze, and some finding some extra percent up there at 12. So that was 2 of our that was 2 of the town hall 11s that we got down relatively quickly. So those together, I think, only took about three hits. So we got, and then the other base we took 6 or 7. But that's how it goes with, that's how it goes 10v11. And then here comes Kebab, the most clutch human being. We were down. At this point in the war, this happened super late. This was about 1 hour left in the war, I believe. And Kebab drops this very nice 10v10. And it's on a lower wave base, but it's still a nice plan, and he executed it really well. So the CC is Hound. I think it's Hound Wiz. So he uses the queen to funnel a big bowler kill squad, and he's shooting for the Inferno, the sweeper, and the 1 air defense, and the queen. And so he does, look at the funnel. No bowlers walk. We all go in, and he gets those objectives, and then he goes with a back-end La Lune here, and he brings 3 Lava Hounds, which I was kind of surprised by, actually. It seems like that was a lot of tanking, and actually he ends up swagging a Lava Hound right here, so he definitely could have brought some more loons. He did not ask me on this plan, but I think he came with this plan all on his own, actually, and he just executed it really well. A Hound goes the wrong way, but he stayed focused, and he dropped the loons. You saw how his kill squad created that nice L. His kill squad kind of got that corner down, and so the loons could just go on the outside, chipping away at the defenses. He finishes this really nice heals. I think he brought 1 rage, 1 heal, and the rest were haste for the Lava Hound portion. And as you can see, as the last balloon dies, it gets the last defense, and he has minions to clean up. He finished this raid with, I think, 1 second on the clock. So incredibly well executed, an incredible plan, even with that, even with the Lava Hound. He's still even swagging a Lava Hound accidentally. He still did really well. So you can imagine I think if going back, he would do one less Lava Hound. So here's the Tunnel 9 raid. Depression checking in with this. I think it was fresh. And it's yeah, I'm pretty sure it's fresh because well, I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, it's a Sui hero. Get the queen, get the CC, and I like this part because Queen is the most clutch in this raid I've ever seen. So right here, the Val comes out, a big swing, the baby dragon gets off a big hit, but she has health left. And then Depression pops the ability and kills the wizard tower. The wizard tower doesn't shoot any of the archers, so the archers step in front of the queen, individually tank the archer tower, so the queen can stay behind and kill the enemy queen. So I know if this was me doing this raid, there is no way that would have happened to me. And look at how smart she is with this. Keeps the queen alive, so the queen can clean up. Starting the La Lune at 3 o'clock here, and then of course this is just a very nice La Lune. Once you get through the first sweeper, the whole base is pretty much goes down. A beautiful heal spell covering any of these splash defenses, and gets, I think, maybe even 2 red bombs in that pack. So yeah, 2 red bombs, and the loons go back to full heal. So as you guys can see, there is going to be a loon parade coming up in the near future. Game is lagging. Sorry about that. Not much I can do here with my internet speeds, but I mean, look at this. She finishes with that many loons, and just wow, huge hit. And queen, please be clutch when I raid instead of walking like you normally walk. What do we got here? Oh, Mitch coming in, and this raid, I don't know if this was how he planned it. I can't imagine this is how he planned it, but the man is so talented at executing these things on the fly that I mean, he gets a 3-star. I just know for a fact I would not have hit this raid, which is partially the reason why I showed it. So he drops that first loon to search for any black mines. Again, I think this is fresh. A nice poison, but as you guys can see, that was a partial lure. And the first time I watched this replay, I actually didn't catch that it was a partial lure, but there's going to be more archers that come out of this CC, and luckily he adjusts. So he drops a hog to get this archer tower, and as you can see, there come the archers. Luckily he's got another, I think that's a 20 archer CC, so luckily he had that second poison, and luckily he dropped that hog, because if he didn't get him with the queen, his whole second part of the raid wouldn't work. So this is a regular queen walk. This is a queen hoe, which is kind of becoming a popular thing, at least in SI. But then he uses the king and a couple wizards for a king swap. And then look at this queen. Is she going to die? Is she going to die? Nope. Pops the ability. Very well played. And then here we come. So the queen is taking way too much defense. He doesn't have a rage spell, so he has to get rid of some of this point defense. So he sends them at the cannon first, so the cannon did not lock onto the queen. And then he sent like 10 hogs at the expo and archer tower. It's all to keep the queen alive so she can keep walking, which I thought was really cool. And then he sends the main pack. I'm not sure if you guys saw it because it happened pretty quickly, but he pretty much sent the main pack from about 2, and then it's one big pack of about 25 hogs, and he just heals them. When he sees the giant bomb, just drops a heal, or obviously this last wizard tower. I mean, look at all the defenses he covered with these spells. And of course he drops the early archers. But this was such a chaotic raid. And I mean, he finishes with so many hogs. It's just I love these. I love, I guess, not showing the perfect Tunnel 9 raids, because you can adjust and you can change the outcome of a raid even if you didn't, pick the perfect plan, or if there was a wild CC, you can adjust on Tunnel 9, and that's something really cool. Okay, this last is a bonus. This last raid is a bonus raid, and I'm showing this one because it was gorgeous. um, two, Tayan hit this like 8 hours into war, so he saw this base and he was like, "Dude, I can triple this." This was our second highest Town Hall 10, and he gets it after one scout. Dude, you are super good. So just let's sit back, kind of watch this replay unfold. This queen walk gets 4 air defenses, both sweepers, the queen, and just keep watching for this, the most OP wizard of all time. Get this top air defense, keep the healers alive. But yeah, I wanted to show this replay for that reason, and also to shout out We Are Spartans. When we arranged with them, it was really cool. They were really cool. We picked a time or whatever, picked a roster. There was no fighting. And We Are Spartans actually teamed up with Swarm Synergy last. I think it was two CWL seasons ago. So I think this was season 2 for Premiere. So I know a few guys in We Are Spartans, and they're a top-notch clan, and they're really all really cool guys. So just kind of wanted to show this replay. I think this was the coolest raid from you guys. And yeah, just to say thanks for arranging with us. I hope we can do it again. It was really cool. I know you guys struggled on our Town Hall 11s, and I know the outcome wasn't what you wanted. But that being said, that happens to everybody. So I'm sure next time I would love to face you guys again and maybe see if we both can get more 10v10 opportunities. Because again, this one was super cool. So shout out to We Are Spartans. And if you guys saw the graphics at the start of the screen and even on the thumbnail, I want to give a huge shout out to Serious Joker 9. He is the 9th variation of the Serious Joker franchise. No, just kidding. He's one of my clanmates, and I texted him the other day and I said, hey, I need some images for my YouTube recap. He was really actually nice enough to do it in 4 hours. So huge shout out to him. They look really cool. And yeah. This has been the recap. This is Mike under the name Zools. Hope you guys have a nice day, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See ya.